Happy Monday, everybody. This morning, I've been thinking about habits and improvement, and I thought I would continue on the conversation about James Clear and his book, Atomic Habits. And I'm reviewing an article, 7 Hacks I Learned from Atomic Habits That Changed My Life and Will Change Yours Too, written by Clarissa Kirilenko on June 27th, 2022. So I want to make sure I'm giving credit where credit is due. So wrong screen there. All right. So I love James Clear's Atomic Habits. It's just a great book. If you haven't read it, you definitely need to check it out. It will improve your life. There's a couple of really great habit books in general. One by Charles Duhigg is also good. But James Clear, I feel like, does a great job of sort of breaking down what habits are and how to use them to improve your life. And so I thought this article was a pretty great summary. Point number one, or hack number one, I don't really like the term hack, so we're going to say lesson number one, is improve by 1% every day. I think this is critical. If we can just take the time to think through, how can I improve by 1%? How can I make today 1% better than it was yesterday? Then we can make our lives into something truly magical. And maybe that 1% is something really simple. Maybe it's, I'm going to start my day by taking 30 seconds to tidy up my desk. And that's a 1% improvement that you make today. And then you carry it into tomorrow and the next day and the next day. But over time, your desk stays neat and clean. And that helps your brain to focus on the things that really matter. And then maybe you extend that into your bathroom or your living room, or maybe you extend that into your email box. But if you can just improve by 1% every day, imagine the magic that can happen in your life. The next thing is to start habit stacking. So habit stacking is adding a new habit on top of an existing habit. So probably the most simple version of this is to say, let's say you never floss, right? You're one of those people, like I tend to be, and you just don't think about it. And so habit stacking would be to say, okay, before I brush my teeth every night, I'm going to floss every time. So I'm adding a small habit to an existing habit that's really, really simple and easy. And it helps me to maintain that new habit, and then that becomes a habit, and then I can stack more habits on top of that. Maybe I want to, I don't know, use mouthwash or something. I don't know. But you get the idea. You can stack new habits on top of existing old ones to improve your overall performance, which is pretty amazing. Number three, lesson number three, not hack. I don't like the word hack. Lesson number three, be aware of your environment. Our environment affects us a lot more than we realize. And so if it's cluttered, if it's chaotic, if it's a mess, if it's crazy, we're just not able to focus as well. That's just how humans are wired. And so if you can have an environment that is quiet and allows focus, or at least an environment that has some degree of organization to it, it'll make your day so much better. Number four, use the 2-minute rule. So I've been using the 2-minute rule since I read David Allen's book, Getting Things Done, 15 years ago. And the 2-minute rule is really simple. If you can do something in 2 minutes, do it now. If you can do something in 2 minutes or less, do it right now. It takes more mental energy. It takes more time to make a note, to put it off, to remind yourself for later, and then to come back to it than it would if you just knocked it out right this second. So the 2-minute rule, if you can do it in 2 minutes or less, do it at that moment. Next, number five, lesson number five, try a commitment device or accountability partner. I love both of these things. I've used an app called Habit List in the past that's been amazing for trying to keep strings of habits going. I've also used my very good friend Jeff as my accountability partner for years and years and years. And I'll just say, hey, look, I'm really struggling to get to do this. So I'm going to commit for the next 30 days that I'm going to do this every day. And I'm going to check in with you to let you know when it's done. And if I don't check in with you, give me crap about it. And it's really helpful and very motivational to get things done. Now, I will tell you, make sure your accountability partner is someone that you respect. Make sure it's someone that you want to keep the respect of. You want them to respect you. And ideally, somebody that's also kind of motivated to get things done. That really helps quite a bit. Next, number 6, make the habit satisfying. So the more satisfying we can make a habit, the better off we're going to be. So if you're going to work out, make sure that workout pays off for you in some ways. So maybe that means you get an extra 15 minutes of Netflix time or whatever it is, but make sure the habit that you're trying to build is satisfying and that you can look forward to the results of that habit. And last one, number 7, reflect on your habits and progress. If we don't know where we're at, we can't get better. If we don't know that we've improved, we can't feel satisfied that we've seen improvements if we don't recognize it. So we have to take the time to slow down and recognize the progress that we've made. If you're listening to this or watching this, you've probably already made progress, and I really am excited for you about that. If you want to continue connecting with me, please check out my website, adamjwalker.com. Please find my Substack and subscribe there. Go to YouTube and subscribe. I'm trying to build up my YouTube subscribers. I would love for you to subscribe there. And here's a hint. I'm starting to post a few videos on TikTok, so we'll see how that goes. I'll let you know how that's going to turn out. So, or I'll let you know as it turns out, how it turns out. Yeah, you get the idea. Anyway, thanks for joining today. Have a great Monday.